Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday, and we've got a really good one today, and I'm scrapping this adorable picture of Reese coming home from the vet where she was examined and groomed, and her little hair was kind of cut away from around her eyes, and they've recommended for hygiene and other purposes that she be, since she doesn't stay outside, they've recommended that she be shaved pretty much. And I'm scrapping this picture so that I can remember like when she used to be cute, because she looks like a little drowned rat when she gets shaved. But anyway, so this is the lift that we're doing, and it's by Kathleen Graumuller, and she's on the design team at Hip Kit Club, and I adore this layout. Kind of the strong elements that I see are the striped paper that looks like it's been torn and then embellished along the tear. Now it could be just a straight cut, and these tags and embellishments kind of make it look torn, but I went ahead and tore mine. And I'm using, instead of a black and white stripe, I'm using this multicolor kind of a rainbow stripe by Dear Lizzy. It's from the New Day collection, and I've been hoarding Dear Lizzy for the obvious reason, and I love this, and I consider it worthy. Either it's worthy to scrap a photo of Reese, or Reese is worthy of being scrapped on Dear Lizzy. Now, the reverse side of this paper is this orange, and the branding strip was this floral in bright colors on black. And I have, from a completely different collection, a floral that's on black. This is an Echo Park collection that I believe is called I Love Crafting. And so I fussy cut a couple floral clusters. I've even got, this is a May release flare from Dotty About Flair, and it's called Floral Brights. And I'm gonna put with that one of the freebie flares from this month, which is this orange. I'm gonna really play on the orange and green in here. And here's a green paw print. So I'm gonna use those flares. The flares came packed in some mint green. This is just the perfect color for this tissue paper. So I'm gonna crumple up the tissue paper and somehow work it in with this. I cut it in half so I can put it on both sides. And I'll do that before we get much farther here. I'm going to kind of do it this way so that it sticks out there. And I'll do this one so that it sticks out there. And then I'll add another layer of foam on top of that so that I really can tuck things in under it. And this is kind of sticking out more than I want, so it's easy to kind of crimp it up and pleat it, or I can tear it or cut it. That's there, and it's going to show both on the striped side and on the white side. And I may tuck that in right there, and I can figure that out later. What I'm going to do, I also fussy cut these little tendrils, and I die cut these tendrils with the Bramble Fox die. And I fussy cut these little guys out, and this is a piece of ephemera, I think, from that, well, from some kit I got sometime. So these are things I'm definitely going to use. Now, other things that I may or may not use. Oh, sorry about that. I'm using the wrong chair again. Let me switch chairs, but I'll tell you that I pulled out, I have kind of a crazy box of things that just don't have any association with any particular collection or designer or theme, so they just kind of haven't been put anyplace else. And in there, I found, I'm going to definitely use some orange sequins, so I'll kind of put those there, and these are some of the things there. But anyway, in there was this little container, and I think this is left over not from this year's Calvin Ball, but last year's. And in there, I can see down at the bottom are some little wood stars, and there's some little tiny buttons in different colors. I think there is a, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a, wow, it's stuck to the outside. It's a kind of clear-ish butterfly sticker. I'm going to stick it there, and I'm just not going to let that go to waste. Look, I have a little British phone booth. Anyway, I thought I could, if I'm gonna, maybe I have this notion that I may want to do kind of color matched embellishments. My requirements for myself, I've got a vertical photo rather than the horizontal one, so I don't have as much embellishing room as they do. So I won't use tags, I'll use smaller elements. I'm going to do something over here and probably some journaling on the lines as Kathleen did. And I'm going to use the gold hearts, and I'm going to have splatters, and there will be maybe some splatters over on both sides, and they'll be in some contrasting colors. I have layered this piece of paper, which was a scrap that has a pretty rainbow stripe that's a little bit different from the Dear Lizzy on the other side. And then I've got this, and I left the branding strip on, and I think it's going to be close enough to those flowers. Let me get my stapler, and that will corral this stuff in. I can kind of do it that way, and then I'll let that stick out like that, and I'll kind of pull it in that way, and then I can kind of tuck it in as I want. I just thought that might add a layer of interest, but I'm beginning to think it might be more trouble than it's worth. I have this bottle cap that I thought maybe I could layer, let's see, that piece of Flair in, or that one. There isn't really that color orange in among these flowers, and I don't want it to look, this is kind of a clear saturated color. These are bright, but the orangey color is more of a salmon. So I may reject that, but I'm just going to kind of stick it over there just to get it out of here. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this all out on here. There's some little tiny gold foil airplanes, which I really do not need. I know I want to use those little blue stars, or little blue stars, little wood stars. There's a cute little sea creature there. This is not a sea layout, so that doesn't make sense. Look, a piece of Flair from a fall collection. I like that little arrow, and I may be able to hook a brad through it. There are some tiny buttons in different colors, but as I'm looking at the paper, you know, this button may be close enough to that yellow, but I'm not really feeling that. I think I'm going to go for the wooden stars, and I know there were several. And I like the smaller ones rather than the large ones, but I'll put them all over there. I'm going to kind of scooch all of this stuff here. This is a paper clip that is in the form of a camera, so that might have some use. But let me put all of this kind of within reach. I also have this pack of Bramble Fox stars, and these are kind of a pinky pink and kind of an aqua or light aqua color. These are more of a kind of a muted pink, and to be honest, I'm not sure if either one of these. I like the gold in here, and I may use the gold, so I'll put those over in there. I've got these brads that are the wonderful kind that stick. So I may pull these, especially these small ones, for accents, especially if I'm trying to match up to anything. And I have my eye on that little rainbow there, so I'm going to kind of put that there. I may pull my title from here. In any case, I'm going to use these gold. These are old supplies and new supplies. So this is some of my newest stuff from Vicki Boutin's color study, but it's got these little outline hearts kind of all around and here, and some arrows and little tiny multicolored embellishments that I can pull from. And I have another one of these, so I don't mind kind of just using whatever I can find on there. Something that fell out of my box today was this sheet of rub-ons, and they're old, some of the very oldest supplies that I have. I bought these in Houston at a store called Lone Star Scrapbooking. I want to say maybe in 2004. So I don't even know if they'll work, but they may be something that I might kind of want to see what I can do. This may be, I may pull this Shine On as a title. And there are some words here. This is from Cocoa Vanilla Daydream, and I'm not sure what this was doing in that box because I have some Daydream in another place, and so I'm going to put it there. Okay, this is one of the things out of the box. This is a Echo Park sticker sheet from, gosh, 2012. And I have my eye on this piece right here that says the details. And I may use it over and layer this nope over it. And then put something else, maybe some flowers or something else that I've cut. So that's kind of why I have this out. And I have a problem with, if I don't really have a plan for something, I might forget it. So let's go. I think this should go together pretty quickly once I get going. And I may layer some things up here So I'm going to do this. And I'm going to let a little bit of my fold back torn area show because it's got that orange on the underside there. So I'm going to let it kind of fold back there. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is put this guy on. Started to say put this puppy on, and indeed it is puppy. Although I guess she would qualify as a full-grown doggy now. I'm going to kind of do this. One of my early scrapping idols was an expert at this, and I'm not going to use her name because I have not asked her permission to do that. She's kind of gotten out of the scrappy world, and I miss her, to be honest. And I don't know why she's gone, but okay, let me just kind of put this. I want to put it kind of bridging this almost equally. Okay, so now I'm sure that moved the camera. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to layer it under these kind of matting layers. And what I'm going to do is let it bridge this, and I'm going to put a little bit of foam on either side so it doesn't mash it down. And that's an official scrapping term, mash it down. So let me put that. Doesn't that kind of just, it looks similar, like maybe the same artist could have drawn those flowers. Okay, so there's that. Now this one I'm going to maybe put a little more to this side and kind of do it on the corner. I kind of curl that one around the corner too, so that will make some sense. I'm using really different collections kind of together here, and hoping that they play well together. This I had entirely on this side, and I'm going to take that guy. I'm going to do two up here and one down here, and then I'll do two of these where I did one of those and vice versa, and then I've got these two little things. So let me get this up. We'll see how this works. Slide that under there, and then I'll do the other one, and I've got it kind of, I'm going to err on the side of making it heavier over on the striped side. Okay, that's sticking up nicely, and then I'll use just one of these. And I'm going to curl it up, and maybe let it come out from under that layer. Is that gonna look weird? I'm not sure where to put it, because the green in it doesn't really match that. Let's see if I can do, you know what, let's hold off on this. I may use all three of those in a different place. Let me do this guy. And I'm going to tuck it under here. And I may do that kind of curling out from there and overlapping on there. And let me see if this one will also work like that. I'm really excited to use that Color Brights or Bright Florals flare, because it looks like it could be from the same collection as these florals here. Okay, there, got those two. This one should maybe go in between here. So I'm gonna try that. Let me get my tweezers. I should have put that one down first because I want these layered over it. Okay, that works for me. Now, I want to do this sticker, and it looks like the perfect journaling block over here, but I'm gonna layer it up with embellishments so that there's not any room for journaling, and that's okay. I'm going to kind of scooch it down here to the bottom. I'm going to take the nope here and layer it up on foam tape. And then I may work this in here. And now is where I'm going to use a flare, and I don't know which one. So let's see. It could be this one, and we'd kind of keep with the green theme, but that's the one I like the least. There's this floral, which kind of reflects those florals, and it's not right up next to it, so I'm going to add another layer of tape so that I can tuck easier. So I think this is the best one. It'll stand out here kind of like it has a little frame. There, and I need to have some space for it to. So do I want to do it that way? or I don't want to cover up the details, so I tell you what, I may want to do it over here, there, and then I'll kind of do that right there. Okay, so let's see how we're going to do this. This is going to be a little bit uneven. So we'll see if this fixes it. Need another little bit of foam. Another layer there. I like it already. I could almost quit here. And some of you are saying, well, why don't you? Okay, here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little more adhesive to this and kind of put it right there. And there's kind of at least room for like a little date or something. Okay, now this, the paw could kind of go right there. I want to get the flare on because some of the other things aren't as important, or I envision them kind of that to be up far enough. You know, I could put this down and layer it over because that leaf was cut kind of funny. Okay, and then I've got this orange, which could maybe layer right there, and then I can use smaller things over here. There, and then I'll kind of prop that up on it, and that'll have all of that curling up. And then I could put this kind of right in the corner there, and then I've got some other round elements that could sort of kind of scooch in right there. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just threw my little trash on the floor. Okay, is there anything else I like here? I kind of like this little banner. And it's in a gold that kind of goes with that. That's the only yellowish stripe. So I'm gonna kind of tuck this in here, line it up with one of those lines, and let it stick off like that. And that's just kind of for shape, not specifically to provide a place to journal, although I probably could put a little phrase sticker, a little word sticker on there. And this says cute, and it kind of goes with nope. There's another one somewhere. There's something I saw that said loud, and loud she is. Oh, there you go. Here, it's this, and there isn't a real red there. Would it go here, or is it absolutely the wrong color? You know what? There's red in this flower, and I kind of like it there, so I'm going to leave it there. And I've got this little red brad with the heart on it. So, come on. There, it's straight. Okay, and I said I had my eye on this little rainbow. How about, okay, up here. I'm not able, I'm not getting these things straight when they go down. Come on. There's good adhesive on there. And so you can't like lay it down and move it around and then press it. It wants to stick first time down. Okay, there we go. And I've got this little kind of teal, yes. So I'll put that in there. I've got this pink brad that could go there, and another teal one that could go here. And now I'm just kind of playing with it like it's enamel dots. And I've already got, there's kind of red and purple there. And I've got this teal that I'm going to put down here. And this is kind of that gold color that could maybe go let's do this, and then I'll find a sequin or something to go there. Okay, I think I'm done using those. Let's see if I can use this butterfly sticker. I'm going to cut the gnarly bent parts off. And I'm going to kind of stick it down like that. And I'll burnish it there. And it kind of is cooperating and sticking up. Let me get a couple of these. I've got two of these in the same envelope. So I'm going to go with this. I'm going to do them here. There we go. And I've got this little pink one. Well, let's put this pink here. That would look cute there. And I've got a purple one. There isn't any purple in there, but there is kind of a salmon color. I don't like that, now here's me getting picky. I don't like that there's white showing before it gets to the stripe. Okay, and I might do this one here. It kind of actually goes with the background of that orange. Now I have to overlap another heart, and I might go with this little wonky gold one. Nah, I don't really want to do that. I like this though, and it can go there. Let's see, where did I see a heart? There's a yellow one, and I think yellow would be cute. There, it's kind of reversed. Did I want to do that? No, it's right here. Here's where I wanted. I'm glad I didn't take that out. Okay, so that's good there. Now there are just some dots on here. Let me just kind of randomly pull some dots and put them around. I'll try to put them on contrasting colors. There's a green here that's not necessarily represented in the... Let me let these kind of trail down, these next few dots. Yellow. And then I'll do a small pink here. And then this is one. Let me add an orange. Maybe right here. And a teal. Kind of that way. Okay, now let's see what we want. I could use today or fun or oh yeah, that's probably more likely what I would use. But I kind of like this shine on. The problem is, and you know, there's room to put it entirely over the photo. Let me lift it up on some foam, and I think we got our solution for the title. And no, it doesn't bother me that this isn't black or gray, that it's kind of blue, because her leash is blue. Let's go with that. Shine. And then let me pull out the on. That, and there should be a little tiny piece right here. Okay. I like it. And I'm debating whether to use the orange splatters that I had planned. Okay, there are some hearts, and there's, okay, here's the thing. Either of these colors would work, because there's a pink in here, right here. This pink is close enough to that, and this bluish color is close enough to that. I'm leaning towards So Sweet, because this blue would contrast nicely with that orange. If I used it right here. Let me put a little bit of foam behind it. And this piece of foam is perfect. Just want to keep it up just a little bit. I'm going to scooch it down a little bit so the orange shows above it. And it's not at the same angle as the orange, it's at the same angle as the photo, which is what I wanted, and that's why that looks a little bit wonky. And I could maybe unwonk it with a gold Bramble Fox heart right there. This is a wonky heart, so let's see, there's that surface and that surface, and they look pretty much the same. Do I want the big one on the right or the left? I think I want it on the right. So I'll put the glue here. Usually don't put that much thought into things, but I'll just kind of glue it onto the photo, and it kind of pops out there. I don't think there's anything else in here. The idea of adding embellishments to match the colors, kind of, if I had more vertical space, I might consider doing that. I don't think I'm going to. I'm also not going to use those rub-ons, and I think I'm not going to use, because I have all these nice little puffy things, I'm not going to use sequins, and I don't know if I'm going to use any of these dots. Let me cover the photo. Cover it with this. And this is Tangerine Shimmer Spray by Diane Reevely, and it leaks, and that's not Diane Reevely's fault, that's mine. I'm really just gonna kind of barely do some of those, maybe do a few out here and a few there. And then I'm going to blot that up, because the shine always comes through better when it's blotted. It soaks in pretty quickly, but I like the color that's left and the shine that's left when I blot. Okay, so I have these little wood hearts that there's an arrow I'm not going to use. Maybe a heart right here, and one, I mean a heart, not heart, stars. I think I'm going to leave the stars off. They're not, I don't think they would add enough to it. I think I'm going to call it done. I can add a little bit of journaling. I'll put the date and explain that this was her face trim to work our way up to the full body shave that's coming down the pike in a few weeks. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.